first panel.
Thank you, Chair. Good evening, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. So my name is Takayuki Okubo. I am a moderator in this panel discussion. So in this panel discussion, theme is conversion to experience-based education. So I would like to introduce the panelists. So from this side, Mr. Ikari, Mr. Akiyama, Ms. Araki, and Mr. Ueda. And so, firstly, I would like to explain to now Japanese education program. So firstly, so now Japanese education system goal is so entrance, so university or high school. So junior high school or high school students learn to way to pass entrance exam. So they can get the skill to pass the entrance exam, but they cannot get the skills of so solving social problems in the future. So it is, I think, so it is bad problem. So we think we need to change this education system. So we introduce to you experience-based education system. So experience-based education system is using bodies and doing activity. So learning from or any other things. So this education system get students get skills of voluntary thinking and voluntary training. So this study style get skills of solving the problems in future. So problems is like these difficult social problems in the future. So for example, experience-based education is Minoko. So Minoko is Singapore Prefecture special education system. So I would like to introduce this education system for you, but I don't have time too much. So if you have information from these videos, so please this video later. So we think in this panel, we think what kind of classes do we introduce for school? So please speak.
Okay, thank you, moderator. My name is Hirotaka Ikari. I would like to talk about the margin for education. Nowadays, Japanese education is a cramming education system. So there is teach the some knowledge for the students. For example, in the physical and mathematics, maybe you learn the acceleration is A and speed is 18. But this is the two formula, but if A integral by time, it became the speed. This is very important thing to the about logical thinking. So I think now students need more logical thinking. So I would like to tell the Mahjong for education to get logical thinking. This is some questionnaire of Mahjong. Why do you like Mahjong for the Mahjong player? So many people say that it become Mahjong using the brain or game on seats. So it means Mahjong is very intelligence games. So if students do the Mahjong in education, they can get some logical thinking or logical thinking or some communication skills. So why they can get that? Because Mahjong is very many things is need for Mahjong. For example, think or luck and any more. So if students play the Mahjong in education, they can get many skills in one games. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kari. So, Mahjong is so very interesting and so difficult game, and so it is so in education. So it is very good. So effort. We want to put effort in Mahjong. So next, so Mr. Akiyama, okay, please.
Thank you, moderator. My name is Kazuya Akiyama. Today, I'd like to insist that the school should increase experiment and observation to the modern science education to explain experience-based education. Recently, students hasn't done experiment and observation very much. This time I don't have time to explain the reasons. So please look at your handout. This graph shows the obstacle to experiment and observation. The highest percentage is shortage of teaching hours. The government guideline for teaching changed, and the content of learning decreased. So students don't have chance to experiment and observation. And here is the shortage of experimental instruments. Many schools don't have experimental instruments presently. So, teachers can't make students do experiment and observation. The limit is an introduction of microscale experiment. It is experiment of which scale is smaller than actual experiment. The big characteristic is that scale of experiment is much smaller than actual is. Usually, students use pipette, flask, and beaker. They are made of glass and expensive. So school can't give them to every student. But at microscale experiment, they use streams and separate instead of them. They are cheaper than these experimental instruments. So school give them every student. there are some advantages of microscale experiment. One is that every student can do experiment. Usually, 4 and 5 students do experiment. Some students positively do experiment, and others only look at experiment. But microscale experiments, a few students do experiment, so every student do experiment. Teachers' advantage is that the amount of experimental weighted field is smaller than usual experiment. It is friendly to environment, and students' advantage is too easy to use experimental instruments. So, schools should introduce microscale experiments to change experience-based education. This is differences. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Akiyama. I was surprised to using polymers units to use experiments. So it is so surprise. So next, Mr. Aki, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Yes, please.
Hello everyone, my name is Kakar. So, I will talk about physical education. So I think teacher change in class to move the body. Okay, sorry. Look at this graph. This graph represents the relationship between academic achievement and teaching method. The number of vertical axis of the graph in the overall division of the test of students who answered very few. Yeah, sorry, thank you. Very few, sometimes many. To each element of the teaching method, the average will have been to be 100. Okay, left side graph. The teaching methods which students continue to listen to the teacher. And right side graph. Actually, okay. Left side graph, teacher methods which the student solve the problem and present to classmates. And compare the left side graph and right side graph. In particular, look at when this here and here. So division of the presentation method is higher than only listening method. Secondly, I showed that example for the math class, move on body class. Teacher showed this class is in fact do class. First, teacher saw the photos of pyramid, and teacher no. teacher pass a string. And teacher say, please make a square using string. Please make a square using a string. Discuss point marking for string. Due to it, students think about this. This matters. Think about this matter themselves and move them hand and body. Hand, ear, and body. Next, teacher take out students from the ground. So they are interesting for class and think using their brain. The next example, English class. English class. They practice pronouncing on English. I love you. When they pronounce I, they point to themselves. I. Next. When they pronounce love, they make heart then hands. Love. And third, when they pronounce you, and they point partner on classmate. So I love you. They associate each English word and motion. If they forget this word, they can remember by motion. From the above, I think that teacher made class as physical education, but it is not using stamina. It is using stamina as exercise. Students move only hands and body, so students easy to understand to learn. Students express what they study. Due to it, students try to understand and try to understand and possibly understand. I will read promote academic achievement. In this way, motion and adaptive class, so experience-based education can increase. This way, and this way can do low cost, and this way can do by the teacher to device. Okay, thank you for listening.
Thank you, Mr. Aki. So, very interesting data showed me. So this data is very interesting for our discussion scene. Next, so Mr. Ueda, okay?
Okay.
Okay, please start.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Shohei Ueda. My opinion is recommendation to introduce electronic device in education. Electronic device is smartphone, personal computer, or tablet. So I would like to talk about two reasons. First reason is it is important to learn information literacy. And second reason, it is necessary to learn how to handle electronic device. And next to conclusion. In modern society, internet and electronic device were very split. So we can easily find information and transmit information using electronic device. So in other words, we have many chance to handle information. So however, we don't learn how to handle information. We recommend to learn information literacy. So what is information literacy? Information literacy is ability to find and choose correct information and write and transmit correct information. So, handle information using electric device. I would like to talk about second reason. Please look at this pie graph or term paper. This is result of questionnaire. What should new office worker acquire? The most answer are company says the most answer is the ability to create documents by the office. And second answer, the most second answer is the information gathering capabilities by IT. The both abilities need to use electric device and need to accustom to use electric device. So the evidence, this is evidence to acquire ability to handle how to handle electric device. So conclusion, I summarize my opinion. It is important to and necessary to learn information literacy and how to use electric device. So in order to acquire how to handle electric device. So education system should introduce electric device. So thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ueda. This is so good presentation. So we going to ask questions in the panelists each other. So do you have any other? Do you have questions to other panelists?
Okay. Thank you, other moderators. I would like a few questions for the Mr. Ueda. Your opinion is electric device, some device to use for education. Some electric device is also very cheap, very expensive. So, do you have some ideas for this program?
Electric device also very expensive. However, now modern society, price of electric device decrease than we can buy electric device.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kai and Mr. Ueda. So, do you have any other question to the panelists? I have one question to the every panelist. So, in the experience-based education needs too much money to education for students. So what do you think to how to decrease to money in the education?
Okay. So my opinion is to use the Mahjong for education, but thank you. Mahjong is to use some Mahjong piece for to play. So oh, and so this is the sample of the Mahjong piece in Amazon. Okay, so this is the base price is 5,000 yen. It is very expensive. Yes, but it is not necessary things. The Mahjong piece. So there is the Mahjong card in Japan. This one, portable card Mahjong. This is very cheap, about 500 yen. Or there is some the application of tablet or smartphone or some PCs, a Mahjong application. This is free. So play is free. So to use any materials for education, I think the cost is get more lower. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ikari. So, and the next, so Mr. Akiyama, please.
I explained I explained these experimental instrument and cheaper than them made of glass. If you feel these instrument is expensive, so you can use egg pack instead of celebrate. At experiment, students use tool of everyday life. So if student if school don't prepare these instrument, school use other tools. As experimental instrument. Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Akiyama. So, and next is Araki. Okay.
Okay.
Please.
opinion, so physical education. So using your student's body and teacher's body. So no, no low cost my idea. Sorry. For example, I said before, math examples for math class and English class. I'm using student hand, teacher hand, and show some ideas. I'm sorry, very small. This is play. Enjoy class. For this idea is for enjoy class. But and this idea deliberation, so some ideas and activity and using thank you using class into class, so no low cost.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry.
The next, Mr. Ueda. Do you use the partner computer? Just a minute. Sorry. Thank you. Please.
I answer for sometimes. I answer. Personal computer, place of personal computer decrease. So we can both personal computer or some electric device. Thank you.
Thank you. I think we can do the experience-based education in the future to low cost. Do you have any question to each panelist? Okay, so one more kind of question. So, Mr. Ueda, if we don't learn information literacy, so what do you have to do us?
I think it is important. It is possible to matter trouble of information. So, for example, false information was spread and people confuse to cause it. So we should learn information literacy. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ueda. So, how long time I have?
Until about 5
Thank you. Thanks. We want to question from the audience to the panelists. So, do you have questions to panelists?
thank you. Nice presentation. My name is Sanshiro Kuda. I have one question for Mr. Ikari. You say that Mahjong is good, good for education, but I think Mahjong is game. So I don't think it don't become subject or teach anything.
Thank you, Mr. Kuda. So please ask to Mr. Kuda.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Okuda. This is very nice question because so you say the Mahjong is only game, so it is also for students, but so students feel that this is the game, but they can write it. This is very important. So few students don't this is not truth. Few of the students doesn't like study, but so this the education material is game. They feel only game, so they can enjoy and study. So Mahjong is they study with enjoying. So this Mahjong is very effective for education. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, thank you. So, do you have any other question for the panelists? So there is no question.
I have no question to Ms. Ikari. What subject do you will you use your Mahjong education?
Thank you. So I think some Mahjong used for some subject, any subject. So I think it is the new subject to study about thinking, logical thinking. So this subject is effective for other subject because the logical thinking used for physical or mathematics or science, anything. So I think this is Mahjong is the new subject. Okay.
I see. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. So I have what time? So this is the end of our panel discussion.